What is up, everyone? Welcome back to day 15 of the 75-day hard challenge. Wait, does that mean we're fifth of the way there, right? 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. We're 1/5 of the way there. We're 20% done. Yeah, today was a great day. Today is what, Friday? Woke up, got some work done, then went to watch a movie. It was pretty sick. It was like a 4-hour movie, but genuinely one of the best movies I've ever seen. Then went to the gym. Today's Friday, so leg day. Yeah, my freaking legs are just cooked. And then got some Chick-fil-A, and yeah, showered, and now I'm about to lock in probably for the next 3 hours. I've been sleeping really late, bro. Yesterday I slept at 5 a.m. Today's probably gonna be like 3 a.m. And I generally don't like it, bro. I really want to wake up early. I really, like, dude, it's been something I've been struggling with for like years. And it's like, yeah, obviously I have to sleep earlier, but it's like, it's so hard to sleep earlier because shit just happened, and it's like, shit just happens, and it's like, I can't sleep. Like, I can't sleep until I do certain things. Like, you know, whatever's on my list, I have to complete it. So, like, in today's situation where I literally got home at, like, 10, it's kind of cooked. But then again, I woke up at, like, 12. So I only had, like, 2 hours in the morning where it's like, yeah, if I woke up at 10, then... But again, that was because I slept yesterday at 5, so it's complicated. But I'm working on it. And tomorrow I might go to the gym with my friend early in the morning, so I'm going to be forced to wake up. Anyways, I was just in the shower. Like, I literally just finished my shower 5 minutes ago, and there's something I was thinking about, and that's what I wanted to talk about in today's episode. And it was the fact that when you're in business, when you're an entrepreneur, at least if you've been doing it for a while, like, I don't know, a couple of months, not just if you try something once, and, like, you know, if you're really an entrepreneur, like, you're really trying different things, you've been doing this for a while. And the thing is, like, when you are in that position, you feel like that you're in a constant race with everybody else. You feel like that you're in a competition. Like, in my opinion, or even in my in my situation, where it's like, I always feel like I'm always looking at all these people that are so far ahead of me, and I feel behind. I feel like I need to catch up. I feel like I want to be the best. I want to be, at that level. And I'm sure when I get to that level, I'm going to see 10 other people ahead and be like, I want to get to that level. And I know everybody feels like that, right? Especially in business, because in business, it really is like, okay, for example, in a normal job, right? In a corporate job, everybody looks at, like, okay, you're an employee, then you're a assistant manager, then you're a manager, then you're this, and this, and this, and this, right? And it's like, that's how respect is given. And in entrepreneurship, it's not like that. Everybody's different, and as we know, business is very not consistent in a good way. Anyways, but yeah, with like a normal job, like, like, if you're starting off right now, you're not going to become a manager like next month. It's going to take you 4 years or 8 years or whatever, right? But in business, it's not like that. That next month, you could go from 500th in the race to like 200th, like, shit can happen fast. But the thing is, the same is true the other way. Like, you're in constant fear that you're gonna fall behind, or that you're not doing enough. You're not running fast enough to stay up with all these people that are popping off, and you see new runners pop up, new entrepreneurs, new business people that are just printing, and you're like, holy shit, bro! I've been doing this for 4 years. This guy started last year, and he's already at way far ahead of me. And you feel like you're in this constant race. You feel like you're in this constant competition. You feel like you're never doing enough. You never feel like you're good enough. You literally, like, maybe it's just me, but I think I know for a fact it isn't just me. But anyways. And I thought about it. I was like, okay, so if I feel like that, then let me remind myself of all the things I've been able to do. And I was just trying to reflect on my life. I thought about the places I traveled. Actually, I'll list it out with you guys. So I'm currently 22, right? I'm going to be turning 23 in November 1st this year. So still far away. I have a lot of goals I want to accomplish before that. And I literally have a document of me when I was like 18 years old, writing, like, I'll open this when I'm a millionaire. And I have videos from, like, when I was 16 and 15. And, when I was that time, my goal was, like, I'll be a millionaire by 18, or I'll be 21, whatever. And as you get more into business and more as you grow up, you realize that, hey, it is possible. You might just need to work a little harder, or you might need to just be a little more patient. Because, I guess I was just like everybody else, an ambitious kid who had extremely big dreams, and he still does. Everybody had them that time. But I guess for most people, as you age, they fade away. And I guess an entrepreneur is just somebody who doesn't let it fade away. But that doesn't mean that their life is easy. If anything, it's actually a lot harder. But again, that's not what this video is about. What I wanted to talk about is where I've been able to travel. I guess since I was born, the past 22 years, so I'm in Canada. That's where I live. I've been to the States, obviously, a couple of states. I've been to India. I mean, I was born in India, so I was born in India. I've been to London, UK, a couple times. I've been to Scotland. That's 5. I've been to Cuba. I've been to Mexico, and I've been to Dominican Republic. That's 8. I think that's about it. I've had some layovers, but not really a trip. Oh, and I've been to Turkey as well. So yeah, I mean, like again, like 9 places. That's pretty cool. And I've obviously had a lot of like local trips. Like those are just countries, but like I've had a lot of like trips, but like those are like, different countries, and like I think that's pretty cool. I think that's something that, like, because I see TikToks where people are like, they're 30 years old and they've never taken a trip anywhere, or like there's like people in America that have never left America and they're like 50. So it's like, I guess that's a great thing to reflect on. I've been able to, inspire so many people. I've been able to inspire like thousands of people and help hundreds of people actually make money online. I've been able to help my community, my viewers, people that watch me, at least if we talk in the past 16 months, make over $500,000 collectively, which is crazy. And if Blast Off didn't shut down, it would have been probably past $1 million by now for sure, which, it is what it is. But I've been able to, achieve, I guess, a lot of things that other people might think are crazy, right? Like I've been able to have 3 really cool cars already. I had my first car, which is an orange 335i that popped. Then I had a friggin' blacked out S5 with red guts, massage seats. I really missed that car. Cold air intake. Damn. Now I have my M340i. I've been able to make 5 figures plus in a single month multiple times. I've been able to make 4 figures plus a day multiple times, which, matter of fact, pat on my back, this has been my greatest month, or the month where I've had the most amount of 4-figure plus days, I'm pretty sure, ever. Most amount. And I guess I've just been able to do the things that, looking back when I was 16, that I said I'd want to do. Maybe it didn't happen as fast as I wanted to do it, right? Maybe, I'm sure when I was 16, by now I thought I'd have a Lambo, but it's like, that doesn't take away from the fact that I still did those. And the thing is, it could work, in my favor as well. Like right now, I might think that in the next 2 years I'll have a Lambo, but I can have it in 1 year from now. I could have a Lambo, and then my, I guess, vision would work in favor of me, opposed to it taking longer. So I don't know. That's why I don't know. Life is so beautiful, man. It really makes you think. Like it's like, everybody's going on their own path. Everybody's, thinking that they're in competition with each other, when in reality, it's always you against you. It's literally you against the voice in your head. The voice in your head is what makes you think that you're in competition, is what makes you think that you're behind, is what makes you think good or bad things. So it's like, I'm reflecting all these and I feel grateful. Why? Because of my brain. And before, when I felt bad, it's because of my brain. It's not that these people at the top that are making $1 million are telling me, hey, Ronick, you're behind. No, I'm telling myself that I think I'm behind. When in reality, again, there's so many other factors that play into it, right? Like, number one is ethics. A lot of people are unethical. A lot of people are dishonest. A lot of people will do whatever it takes to make quick money. And that's just not me. And I definitely had a lot of opportunities and have a lot of opportunities where I could do something like that. But that would not satisfy me. That would go against what I want. I don't just want money. I want to do something. I want to prove to myself and to, I guess, I don't know, my family, people around me, God maybe, that, it is possible if you really put your mind and your heart towards something and you just believe. I think self-belief is very underrated. I think it's almost like a drug that people don't take enough. Like I feel like if you really dial in and really go deep into, your self-belief and what you can achieve and the things you can do, and it doesn't happen overnight. And, looking back, it's like I've spent so many years doing all this other stuff that to some people might be dumb, like reading books, journaling, making a vision board, affirmations. I used to write numbers on my book when I was at my sales job. But now looking back, it's like maybe on surface level, those things are dumb. Maybe they don't actually help. But on a deeper level, they do help. They remind my subconscious that anything is possible. They remind my subconscious that I believe in myself so fucking much that it also correlates to the work I do, right? It's like when I used to write those numbers on my book at my sales job, like how many sales I'm going to get, I used to write that same number down every day, like 1,000 times. And like people literally called me crazy. Like it was a joke at some point before it started to work. But anyways, and it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, maybe writing that is funny. It's stupid. Why is this guy writing fucking number 5 100 times? But it's just me reminding to myself how possible it is. And the more I wrote it, the more I realized that it's just 5, 5, 5, 5. And my brain is like 5 sales, 5 sales, 5 sales. So now when I'm calling with that intention. Now, when I'm at 3 sales, guess what? Most people would be happy with 3 sales. They'd leave and go home. In my head, it'd be like, no, I wrote 5. I'm going to try to do whatever I can to hit that 5. And some days, guess what? Me doing that extra work would get me that extra reward. And over the span of a week, a month, those extra hours, those extra rewards would compound, and suddenly your boy would be at the top, right? And it's like, it's not luck. It's just, I guess, an insane amount of self-belief. But my mom would argue that I'm lucky that I have self-belief. She believes a lot in like destiny and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, at the end of the day, I'm saying all this, but it's like, you can't, even then, that's not gonna, people will watch this and not really do anything. So anyways, I guess this video was just about, for all of you guys to realize that you're not in competition with anybody, bro. We all have such different stories, and a lot of you guys watching this might be the same age as me, or might be older than me, and you may feel, you might not be where I'm at right now, and you may feel behind because you were new to your journey. But I want you to realize it really is a journey, and I want you to realize that anything can change at any moment. Like, life is very unexpected for the good and the bad, and things can turn around and very quickly. So if you look at it from an optimistic point, if you are positive every single day, if you just believe in the overall vision, right? Like, my vision isn't that, hey, by March 2026 I'm gonna do this. No, it's just like, I'm going to have a Lambo, I'm going to travel, I'm going to be able to take care of my family financially, I'm going to be able to do travel the world, right? Like, that is the vision. So if today I have to deal with some bullshit, some failures, some setbacks, that doesn't take away from the vision. The vision's not supposed to be perfect. The journey is never perfect. It never is. And the more imperfect your journey is, the more perfect the outcome will feel. The more you go through to get what you want, the more deserving it will actually feel, the more satisfying it will actually feel. And I always talk about this example where it's like, dude, like, yeah, everybody wants to win the fucking lottery, but it's like, as humans, most of us need purpose. And that's why you see these rich people that get too much money doing fucking Diddy parties, where it's like they have nothing better to do, or like the Epstein files. Hopefully YouTube doesn't ban this video, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you need purpose. And it's like, yeah, money's that one thing where it's like, once you have $1 billion, what the fuck are you gonna do? Like, yeah, you're gonna say, I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna help, but it's like, in reality, you know, as a human, you always want to strive for something. And I'm not saying that you can't have that purpose when you have $1 billion, but my point is that it will just feel so much more deserving and rewarding when you actually earn it, when you actually go through the bullshit and you go through the things and the nights and the thoughts and all this stuff that nobody else knows about, but you go through it. And I think about that. It's like, well, dude, the moment I'm going to sit in that M4 competition, the moment I'm going to have that M4 comp and I'm going to sit in it, like, there's been, I've probably said that word, and I probably said I'm going to own one 1,000 times, like, the weight of it is so much now. Like, it's not just a fucking car. At the end of the day, like, it's to some, it's a piece of metal. It's something that takes them from A to B. But to me, it's so much more than that. To me, it's the thousands of hours of work I put in. To me, it's all the failures I've taken. To me, it's everything, And it's not about the car. It's just about the fact and the journey to get to that car. That car is like, imagine you're traveling around the globe. The car is like the halfway point, right? Where it's like, damn, I did all this, right? There's still a long way to go, of course, but it's like, it's a reminder. Anyways, this ended up being very long, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys really realize, take a step back. I want you to reflect. Maybe, let's give you some homework. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for of your life, or things that you've accomplished that you're grateful for. And it doesn't matter. There's no levels to accomplishment. Even if it's like you've been able to go to the gym consistently for a week, or, okay, if we're thinking about your whole life, you're like, you've been able to travel to one place, or you've been able to make $100 doing something that other people think is abnormal, right? Like, an accomplishment, it's all perspective. Don't compare it. And you might, again, if mine are bigger than yours, I can tell you the same thing. There's people, I'm such a small fish in this ocean. There's so many bigger people that have made $1 million, traveled to 50 places. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to compare with me. I don't want you to, we're the same, bro. We are, we're on the same level here. I am with you, whoever it may be. And I want you to remind yourself, like, how far you've come and what you've accomplished. And maybe after you write down the 3 things that you are happy that you've accomplished, right? It can be super small, super big. It doesn't matter. It's just whatever, you feel happy you accomplished. I want you to also write down 3 things that, 3 of your goals, sorry. I like that. 3 goals that you have within the next 12 months. And be crazy. Be ambitious. Be audacious. 3 crazy goals. It can be financial goals. It can be to travel to a certain amount of places. It could be to whatever, try 100 restaurants. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. And just write that down, bro. And keep that piece of paper just with you at your workstation. And every day you feel a way, you pick up that paper, you're like, damn, I've been able to do this, and this is where I want to go. Clear vision, clear mentality. Anyways, day 15, we're 20% officially done. Like I said, It's your journey. We're all in our own race. Don't feel overwhelmed. Trust yourself. Trust the process. Trust God. Most importantly, trust your vision. Like I said, the bigger picture. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 16. Peace. Good night.